What's up, guys? It's your boy Sunny Delight back with another video, and I just want to say that today's video is going to be disgusting because I'm going to be talking about the time that I went to the dirtiest house that I've ever been to. But before we get into the video, I just want to say rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. Devastating loss, great actor and everything. And then I'm sorry about taking a week or two hiatus off of making videos. I had family over, and that got in the way. I couldn't really find a time to have a quiet time to record and everything, so I hope you guys understand. But anyways, let's get into the video. So yeah, this story takes place during my senior year. So I'm hanging out with my homie, my brother Cody, and we go and we pick up Cody. So you're probably confused. You're like, how can there be two Codys in the same story? Well, we had two Codys, and my homie Cody was, like, he was my friend and shit, and then he introduced me to like his friend group that I didn't really know too well, but we had all went to the same school. So that's kind of how we were acquaintances, not really friends. So we go, we pick up Cody, and then we smoke, we chill. And then later on in the day, the other Cody, he's like, okay. And then, okay. To not get this confusing, I'm gonna have Cody 1 be like the Cody that I'm cool with, and then Cody 2 be the one that I'm just kind of like acquaintances with. So Cody 2 is like, hey, let's go to my house, we can smoke there and it'll be chill. So we're like, alright. And I remember when we got to his neighborhood, like not even to his house, we were driving through the neighborhood and we saw this dude walking in the road with a basket, a literal basket from Walmart. Like, it had the blue thing on it and everything, it had the Walmart logo, and he had like clothes and everything, and then he had a blunt in his hand, and he just looked like he was cracked out of his mind. And we were all just like, yo, why is this happening? But that's normal stuff that we see a lot of the time. So we get to his house, it's no big deal seeing a crackhead, like, it's a crackhead. So we get to Cody 2's house, and he's like, alright guys, just, my mom's here, don't make a lot of noise. So we're like, alright, cool, like, that's fine, we're just gonna be smoking, like, no problem. So he opens the door, and man, I have never smelt that smell ever before. Like, he opens the door, and the first thing that hits your nose is just like poop, and then dog poop, and then pee, and then dog pee. Like, you can tell it's like different types of poop and pee and just nastiness. And then I don't really say anything at the time because, like, I'm trying to be nice. So I'm just like, alright, yeah, like, this is dope. And then he shows us to his room, and his room actually doesn't smell that bad, but it's like trash. Like, if I could describe it, I would say it looks like a hurricane came through his room, and it just went whoosh, all through the closet. It was terrible. But besides that, we put some weed in a bong, and I think he had an Xbox One or a PlayStation, I forget. He turned that on, and I think he started playing some Tekken or Capcom. It was one of those fighting games that, like, not a lot of people really play no more, like just the hardcore fans. And I remember Cody 1, Cody 2 asked Cody 1, he's like, yo, let's play Capcom or Tekken, I forgot, we're just gonna go with Capcom. And then Cody 1 is like, nah bro, like, you're too good at the game. So then Cody 1 asked me, he's like, yo, is you trying to play him in Capcom? So I'm like, yeah, like, why not? Of course I want to play some Capcom. I haven't played Capcom since I was like 10 or something, and that was at an arcade. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I grabbed the controller, and I shit you not, all 3 rounds go by in like 10 seconds. It was crazy. Like, you just heard the buttons mashing and everything. It was crazy. Like, this dude was crazy, super good at Capcom. You could tell that was probably like one of the only games he really played. But then his dog walks in. So get this, his dog walks in, and I don't know his dog's name, but I hear Cody 1 say, oh, yo, this is the dog I was talking about. Because like a week before we had went here, that day, he had been telling me about Cody 2 and Cody 2's dog, which has, get this, autism. And I didn't believe it at first because I was like, nah, there's no way that a dog can get autism. But he's like, nah, it's possible and you're gonna see. So we get there and he's like, yo, look at the dog. So I'm petting the dog and the dog is licking me and stuff. And then they're like, yo, the dog's name is Carter. So the dog's licking me and I don't yell at him, but I try to tell him like, hey, don't do that. And the whole time he's just smiling at me. He's just like like smiling at me and stuff. It's super weird. But I'm like, yo, I mean, if he has autism, he has autism. It is what it is. So we get done smoking the bowl and I want to get a drink. So I'm like, hey, do y'all guys want to get a drink with me? They say, yeah. We go into the kitchen and then we're coming back to the room and his mom comes out and almost close to nothing. It was the most embarrassing thing ever. I felt so awkward because his mom was literally just in a robe. And I was just like, yo, what do I do? Do I say something? Do I say like, hey, your mom's not really wearing anything? But she walks back in her room as soon as she sees us. I guess she didn't know that we were there. And then we go back to the room and would you believe it or not, Carter had just pooped everywhere. So I thought, Cody 2 was going to say, hey guys, let's, go to the park or something. There was a park right by his house. So I thought he would be like, hey, let's go to the park and, finish smoking or something. But nah, dude, he literally just like sits right down on his bed and he just says like, well, let's smoke. And the way his room is set up is like, there's the door, you walk in, and then directly in front of you is the bed, and the TV is to your right, and there's a couch, and there's just like floor in between. And in between that whole floor, there was just like poop everywhere. And I was like, yo, man, this has got to be the most disgusting house I have ever been inside. This is horrible. But anyways, guys, that's the end of the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you want more content, drop a comment down below saying, yo, drop another story time. But anyways, guys, it's been your boy, Sunny D Light. Have an excellent day. Peace.